Check 1 1. प्रेम से समापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. We're about to now join us. We wave the beautiful light and we join in worshiping the divine Lord as we perform beautiful Aarti. And we now join all together. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyaya Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jai Shri Radha, Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. Radha Krishnaya Namah. Om Jai Shri Radha, Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishnaya Namah. Radha Krishnaya Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. चंद्रमुखी चंचल चित चोरी सुगर सावरा सूरत बोरी राम श्यामा एक से जोरे राधा कृष्णाय राधे. ओम जय श्री राधा, राधा राधा. ओम जय श्री कृष्ण, कृष्णा कृष्णा. श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. Krishnaya Namah. Shri Radha, Shri Radha Bhava Bharahari Sankatamochan Krishna Murari Ek Shakti Ki Aadhari He Radha Krishnaya Bole. Om Jai Radha, Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna, Krishna Krishna. He Radha Krishnaya Namah. He Radha Krishnaya Namah. Kasturi kumkumadutta binda Chandana charu tilaka braja chanda Kargalarale ralasunda Shri Radha Krishnaya. Om Jai Radha, Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. Govinda. Glory to the Lord of God, Gopal. Mandahasa Hamadavare Manmohan Manamari Sena Musukavani Meete Baina Shri Radha Krishnaya Radhe. Om Jai Shri Radha, Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna, Krishna Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. All glory नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम 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 नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा शिव वृंदावन में हरि लाल की जय। आसन लीजिए सब लोग, take our seat. As we begin this beautiful night once more, my dear friends, we'd like to take this wonderful opportunity to specially welcome all. We say Swagatam, Namaskar, and a cordial welcome to each and everyone. As we've come to join on this beautiful night, a medium of worship, dedication, and devotion to our Lord. On this, the final night of our beautiful Yajna, we'd like to welcome all, and we say Swagatam, Namaskar, special blessings to the Divine Lord. On this auspicious night, while we praise our Lord, we are praising Bhagwan Shri Krishna. We are inviting all the deities to bless us, to guide us on the right path, on the path of truth and dharma. And in turn, we are inviting the deities to give us their choicest blessings. On behalf of Bhaiji Mahesh and his entire family, his beautiful parivar, the Govindsammy family, we'd like to specially cordially welcome all to the members of the Celestial Gandharvas. On this final night, to our Puja Pandit once more, Bhaiji, once more it's a blessing. On this wonderful night, as you have joined on all the sessions of devotion, inviting the deities to bless us. To all the members of the Kirtan Mandalis who came earlier, not only tonight, but for the past 2 nights, we'd like to especially send blessings and love of Bhagwan Shri Krishna in your pathway. And to all those who've come to join us tonight once more, we say Namaskar, Swagatam, and Jai Sitaram. At this time, without further ado, let us all sit upright. Let's close our eyes so that we can begin with beautiful prayer, wonderful mantras, as we invite the gods of the heavens to descend to this wonderful ashram, to this wonderful Yagyashala, blessing us all, allowing miracles to take place, and giving us the motivation for everyday life. We begin with Omkar 3 times. Om. सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दुर्गारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वती रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः चरण शरण में आई के धरते हारा कष्टों से रक्षा करो कष्टों से रक्षा करो पावन पुत्र हनुमान हाथ जोड़ विनती करो सुनो वीर हनुमान संकट से रक्षा करो संकट से रक्षा करो हे अंजन के लाल पवन पुत्र हनुमान पवन पुत्र हनुमान. And the Bhagwan Shri Krishna we pray on this beautiful night. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare. We pay adoration to the beautiful Lord. As we worship Lord Shiva tonight, it is said Mahadev, Lord Shankar, he's called Bholenatha. He's known to be the consort of Sri Parvati Mata. And while we worship that divine personified form as the destroyer of all negativities, Lord, as the embodiment of peace, we are praying for peace in our lives. For on this night, as we glorify Sri Mahadev, we will chant his powerful mantra, Panchakshara mantra. We will chant Om Namaha Shivaya. Hara Hara Jai Shankara Om Hara 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 Jai Shankara ओम हर हर with one voice सबको प्यारी हर हर जय शंकरा ओम हर हर. And as we begin this night, my friends, on this the final night of our beautiful yajna, we're about to invoke the presence of our Lord, who is none other than that divine personified form, Sri Mahavir Swami, Lord Hanumanji. As we begin our night, 40 verses of the Sri Hanuman Chalisa. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. All together, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Nijamana Purasura Varna Ravravara Jodaya Daja Buddhi Ratanu Janike Sumira Pavan Bala Buddhi Vidya De Mohi Harahu Kale Sabika Ram Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jaya Hanuman Gyaan Yajna Jaya Gati Sati Vado Ramadana Tulita Baladama Madani Kudra Bhavala Sabala Mahavir Vikram Bharangi Umati Nivar Umati Ke Sangi Gajana Varam Viraj Savesa Sana Kundala Kunchit Kesa Hath Bhadra Aur Dhwaja Viraj Gandhi Muni Jani Mohraj Suvan Kesari Nandana Pratapa Mahajagavan Javan Guliya Diya Ram Kaj Karbe Ko Atur Prabhu Charitra Sunbe Ko Rasiya Ram Lakan Sita Man Vasya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai. Everybody follow. Let us clap the light. Glory is the Bhajan. Padari siya hitikawa vikataru padari lankatarav Bhimaru madari asur sanhare Ramchandra ke gaaj saware Rai sajeevan lakan jiyai Veer Govind har shiur lai Raghupati kini bahut parai Tumama priya bharat samabhai Rasavadana tumharo jas gaave Ras kaise padi kanth lagaave Brahmade Sharad Sayat Jam Kuber Devpal Jate Kavi Govind Kai Sake Kahate Mo Pukar Sugri Vahi Ram Rai Ram Melay Raja Kardina Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय जग जान सहस्र योजन पर भानो दिलताहि मधुर फल जान प्रभु मोदगा मिले मुख माय जलधि राग गए अचर जनाय दुर्गम का जगत के देते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे उतना आजा बिन पैसारे तुम्हारे शरण ब्रज लगाओ आपण तेज मारो आप लो आंख देगा बुद्ध पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर महावीर जब हम सुनावे सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय राम जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीर संकटते हनुमान चुरावै परम वचन ध्यान ज्वाला सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन पल पावे चारों युग पर जाप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दाता सिया राम जय राम सिया राम जय जय राम भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाय जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाय और देवता चित्त न धरहि हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान बसाई पागरो गुरुदेव की नाई पात्र कर कोई जुदई बंदी महासुख होय जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय राम सिया राम जय जय Mangalamuratiru Rama Sita Devaso Surabu Pavana Sudha Hanuman ki Bajrang Bali ki. With all the devotees here tonight, I'm sure we could do better than that. When you say Jai, all them decorations supposed to shake and so on. You all ready? Bajrang Bali ki. But them thing move. Like Uncle Mahesh, like he glued on them thing, right? On this beautiful night, my friends, we are about to join in the golden pages of Devi Bhagavatam. But Devi Bhagavatam speaks of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And then we have to continue from last night, where we were about to receive the message of Bhagwan Mahavir Swami, Lord Hanumanji. But before we go in depth to our scriptures, we always do. We join in a chant to our Lord. And on this auspicious night, on this final night where we have come together, united with love and devotion, as we will create this most powerful energy in the ashram, in the atmosphere, around us, within us, we're about to join in chants to Bhagwan Gopal. As we invite everybody to take part, I want everybody to sing along. Remember, when I sing, I get all the blessings. And I take it all back to Trinidad with me just now. So if you sing, you will get your blessings. If you take part, you will get your blessing. If you clap and if you glorify Bhagwan, that's up to you. That's for your blessing. I'll do my part and you have to do yours. Let us join together with this beautiful chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Nama. If Lord Krishna was coming down from the sky right now and you heard Hare Krishna, and you all stopped the hira, go back one time. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Ek baar aur, one more time, loudly for our Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare. Kya baat, beautiful. Krishna. Hare Ram. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Now the mantra is very simple. Hare Krishna. We have, I see ISKCON brothers here. Hare Krishna. Where's your rest? Hare Ram. Say it like you know it now. Hare Krishna. I do it 108 times now, Avitin. We're about to sing the same chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We change the tune a little bit, but the same words we sing on this beautiful night. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Glories to Bhagwan Govinda. Jai Ho! Manamana samadhukaramarpaya padanija pankaja makarande. Manamana samadhukaramarpaya padanija pankaja makarande. Krishna deva bhavantam vande, Krishna deva bhavantam vande, Krishna deva bhavantam vande, Krishna deva bhavantam vande. Manamana samadhukaramarpaya padanija pankaja makarande. Manamana samadhukaramarpaya padanija pankaja makarande. Krishna deva bhavantam vande, Krishna deva bhavantam vande, Krishna deva bhavantam vande, Krishna deva bhavantam vande. यद्यपि समाधि सुविधिरपि पश्यति न तव नगरमरीचि यद्यपि समाधि सुविधिरपि पश्यति न तव नगरमरीचि इदमिच्छामि निशम्य तव तुजगर्भिकृपार्भुतदीचि इदमिच्छामि निशम्य तव तुजगर्भिकृपार्भुतदीचि Krishna deva bhavantam vande, 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 Krishna Bhavantam Vande. Now all together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jamal, Hare Rama Rama. Uncle Bill, I hear you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now with one voice all together, all ready? Vrindavan में हरि लाल की, पावन सुत हनुमान की, बजरंग बली की जय. According to Devi Bhagavatam, chapter 20, book 9 of our beautiful scripture, it is said in this holy text, Bhagwan Shankar sits in Kailash Parvat, Parvati Mata sits next to the Lord, and they're looking at the entire cosmos, the entire universe. Bhagwan, he looks at the universe through the third eye and through divine vision. It is said through divine vision, he can see the past, the present, and the future. He sees it all. He sees everything. Bhagwan knows your every thought. He knows what you're about to think tonight. He knows what you will think tomorrow. He knows what you will do. He knows everything that you have done, and he knows how you feel and everything that will take place in hereafter. That is why when you sit to pray, the pundits always tell you, pray with a pure heart and just pray. Don't ask God for anything. Just pray. God knows your mind. God knows what is there for you. God knows what is best for you. Like the saying goes, God wouldn't just give you what you want, but He will give you exactly what you need. And what you deserve in life is exactly what you will get back out of it. Today in our message, it is said, while in the skies, Lord Shiva looks down on the earth. On the earth, in the age of Dwapar Yoga, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, he revels in that time. In the time of Bhagwan Gopal, Radharani is known to be his beloved. But all the gopis will come together and they will sit and they will look at Bhagwan Shri Krishna. But Radharani will sit next to the Lord. And have you ever seen the pictures? We have the murtis right here on the baby. When Bhagwan Shri Krishna stands, Radharani will go next to him and she will just be like this. She will be lost in love. She will be looking into his eyes. She will be gazing at his form and she will be lost in the energy that she sees. Whenever she looks at Bhagwan Gopal, he will always have a glow. You all know people who have a glow? When you see somebody in front of you, when you see somebody, let me ask you right now, turn to the person next to you and tell me if they have a glow. A glow don't mean if the light shining on them, eh? Don't tell me any no light. What is a glow? Sometimes you look at somebody and their aura in itself looks pleasant. Something that is popping, something that is shining on you. And you say, wow, he looks really calm. He looks really composed. He looks shining. I see an energy, not the skin color, not the complexion, not the physical attributes of an individual. But you look at somebody and they just look nice. And you say, wow, she looks glowing. Whereas sometimes you look at somebody and when you look at them alone, the energy say, you mustn't talk to him, no? That's trouble. You don't know people like that? The energy in itself tells you that something is messed up, something is mixed up. You know, on a normal day when you're happy, your regular people can look at you and say, wow, you're happy. I could tell you're happy. Another day when you're not happy, maybe you're frustrated about something in your job or in your life, or you had an argument or something at home. Then when people look at the same person, they look and say, your energy look a little dull, you know? You look a little down. Something is not right. Because the energy shows in your face. Bhagwan Shri Krishna's energy is like that of 16,000 moons shining. That when the gopis sit, they forget about life. They forget about the world. They forget about everything else in this entire universe. When you enter Yajna, tonight I will tell you my experience. When I were to sit at the feet of my guru in India, and he were to start a lecture, katha, satsang, when he would start preaching about the holy books, I will sit there and I will forget that the world even exists outside there. When you sit in Yajna like you're here tonight, do you think that you're engrossed in the Yajna and you've forgotten everything about home and about your life and about your job? Or are you sitting here and your mind is still thinking, well, when I go home I need to cook. And when I go home I need to fix this. When I go home I need to organize something. Like, is your mind fixated on God or is it everywhere? We've always used the words towards Lord Hanumanji saying that Hanumanji's form is like the mind, chanchal. What is chanchal? All over, jumping here and there, not one spot. Well, today, Bhagwan Shri Krishna sits. All the gopis are around Bhagwan Shri Krishna. I want you to listen to this, right? I want all the wives to pay attention and I want all the husbands to pay attention. This is something serious. Husband gone. Imagine Lord Krishna sits now and he takes out his basuri and he starts to play. And while he's playing his beautiful tune, all of a sudden now, one of the most beloved friend of Radha, her name is Shushila. She sees Bhagwan Shri Krishna blowing the basuri and she saw Radha got up for something to come back. So she goes and she sits down. Now she's one of the best friends of Radha. But she sees Radha getting up. So she goes and she sits down next to Shri Krishna on his side. And she starts to stare at Bhagwan Shri Krishna because he's glowing. Because he's playing the basuri. And while she's staying at Bhagavan Krishna, Lord Krishna is blowing a basudi and playing the tune. When suddenly he stops. And all of a sudden, when he stops, he turns around and realizes Radha is not there. Somebody else is there. So he turns around to see where Radha is and he's looking for her. And when he turns now, while Sushila is sitting here, the best friend of Radha, while she's sitting next to the Lord, Bhagavan Krishna sees Radha coming back for her spot. And she stops on a distance and she sees somebody else in her spot. And Lord Krishna doesn't pay attention. He's looking at Radha. Hey, Radha, come. Radha is coming. Anybody here named Radha tonight? Put up the hand. Do you have any Radha? Hey, look, Radha here, boy. Very nice. So Radha Rani is coming back for her seat. But somebody's in her seat. Lord Krishna doesn't pay attention. He's only bending his head. I want to see Radha. But Radha come back and see a woman sitting there. And she gives Lord Krishna the eye. I now get up and somebody take my place. I now got up and somebody has come on my spot, my seat. And Shri Krishna doesn't know anything. But Radha is looking at Bhagavan Shri Krishna and she gives him the hard eye. You know the eye? She gives him the eye. And Shri Krishna is wondering, but I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know, I didn't do anything wrong. Radha, come. And she looks at him like this. When you're sitting down next to your husband and you see a next girl come and sit next to him, what do you do? What do you do? I could only imagine. Jai Bhagavan. Radha Rani becomes jealous, but at the same time she becomes angry. And Kanha doesn't know anything. He's just smiling, Radha. And she's watching him sit. She becomes angry and she becomes upset. Sushila is sitting there and she sees the tension. She knows something is up. She knows that she's in the middle, but you know what? She's in love with Bhagavan Shri Krishna's energy. She isn't in love with his physical form, but she's in love with what you call prema bhakti, love for God. And she's fallen in love with that energy. And while she's there, she doesn't move. And Kanha, realizing that the whole situation is becoming tense, Radharani, she's jealous. She's angry. And because she's angry, that energy we spoke about with the person who's glowing and who's not glowing, she stops glowing in her energy because she's angry. And Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he says, oh, I now realize, problem going to start here now. I didn't do anything wrong, but problem is going to start because Radharani is upset that some other girl is next to me. But not any ordinary girl. Her best friend is sitting next to me. Listen. लगन तुमसे लगावे लगन तुमसे लगावे जो होगा देख जाएगा लगन तुमसे लगावे लगन तुमसे जो होगा देख जाएगा तुम ही अपनी बना बैठे तुम ही अपनी लगा बैठे जो होगा देख जाएगा लगन तुमसे क्या बात angry. Everybody felt the energy in the atmosphere. You know when you walk into a room and everybody's upset for something, the minute you walk in, you feel weird. Not so? You feel awkward. You realize somebody stopped talking to somebody. You realize somebody's looking at somebody. And you say, nah boy, too much tension inside here. I need to step out. Bhagwan Shri Krishna feels the tension. All the gopis who are there, all the gopas who are there, all the cowherd boys who are there, even the best friend of Shri Krishna, Sudama, he sat there and he looks at Kanha and he says, Prabhu, ye kya karenge? What will we do? And Bhagwan Krishna says, the best thing to do is to get up and leave. Because if I stay here and Radharani get upset more than that, trouble going to start. Bhagwan Krishna stands up, and while Radha keeps staring at him, he turns away and he starts to work. Kabhi kayata duniya, kabhi kayata duniya, hame badnaam kar degi, charam abhi. अब बीच का बैठे जो होगा देख जाएगा लगड़ तुमसे लगन तुमसे लगा बैठे जो होगा देख जाएगा. Lord Krishna realizes that the energy is too much. Sometimes when people are fighting in a house, as a pandit, the minute we walk in, we pick it up. As a spiritual person, you walk into a mandir and probably you go on a normal Sunday morning service, and when you walk in, maybe they just had a fight about the sound system, or somebody just fight about the treasury, or somebody fight about which pandit come in. And as soon as you walk in inside there, you see people watching everybody's room. And you see the eye movement and you watch like this, like, oh God, but let me just go home, yes? You feel tense. You feel energy that is not nice. And you say, you know what? It's best I leave. Because those energies will contaminate you. When Radharani looked at Bhagavan Shri Krishna in anger, the Lord looks at his best friend Sudama, Bhaiya, I think I should just go and leave here. So the Lord got up and he leave and he went now into the forested path. And while walking into the forested path, it is said Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he left everybody and he just went deep into the forest. Radharani walked up to her friend. She says, my friend, ye kya hua? What is this? And the friend says, what? I didn't do anything wrong. What is wrong? Did I do something? And Radharani says, you knew that I was sitting next to the love of my life. And yet you saw me, got up and you came and you sat down in my spot. How dare you sit in my spot? Only I am given authority to sit there. She says, but I just had love for the Lord. I just sat down because I saw you leave. And I just sat down there because I have prem bhakti, love for God. I just wanted to sit and admire him play the basuri. And Radha says, well, you don't. There's time and place and situation for everything. In life, sometimes there's a time and a place for everything. In life, there are circumstances that will come around us, and you need to know when to act and when not to act. You need to know your position when it comes to people's life. Have you ever seen people come by somebody's house, and as soon as they reach by the gate, they start to tell them how to fix the house, and how they should put the gate, and how they should fix their door? Yeah? Have you ever had people coming to your house, and as soon as they walk in your home, as soon as they walk in, hey, Ram, how are you going? You should have moved that from there and look better here. And as soon as they walk in, they start telling you what they think is better for you. And they start commanding you what to do and what not to do. Radharani says time and place for everything. Kritva karma cha karte chaha turnaha dhadyati dakshinam. Tatakshanam pal kripnoti vedaya ramadinam mudi. Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he left and he went into the forest. And Radharani approaches now Suchi, her friend. And when she walks up to her, she says to her, let me tell you something. Today you've broken my heart by what you did. You're my best friend. I'm supposed to trust you. You're supposed to trust your friend. Can you trust your friends? We live in a world today where you can't even trust the closest people to you. We live in a world today where you can't even trust your own shadow. Not so? She says, I thought you were my best friend, but listen, I don't want to cause too much problem. My friend, I want you to get up, please. And I'm telling you, just leave. Just leave Vrindavan. And when you leave, don't ever show your face around here. Otherwise, today I'm telling you, I will shrap you. A shrap means a spiritual curse. I will shrap you, I will curse you, and from this moment onwards, you've hurt me and you've hurt my Lord. You've put a wedge in between myself and my Lord. Because of that, don't ever return to Vrindavan. Otherwise, your entire being will be destroyed. Sushila got up. She says, Radha, I didn't mean any harm. She got up and she walked away before any trouble come. And when she walked away, she went now into the depths of the forest by herself. Bhagwan Krishna, he's in the forest. And Radharani, now that the problem has been solved, she goes to the forest to find her Lord. And while she's looking for her Lord, she starts to call out, Hare Kanha! And nobody's answering. There's a song that says, Muraliya bajaye ke Basuriya sunaye ke Kaha gayo kanha Muraliya bajaye ke Kaha gayo kanha Hare Kanha, kaha gayo? Where have you gone? But nobody's answering. She stops in silence now. Muraliya bajayegi, he plays the basuri. And whenever I will hear the basuri in the forest, and she's listening. And she's listening silently. And there's no sound of no basuri. Her heart starts to break. How will you feel to lose your loved one? Whatever what the circumstances are. Some people fight in the night and they go to sleep. I always say don't fight in the night because you never know when you wake up in the morning if that person will ever get up. Some people fight people in their lives, a brother and a sister, and they say, I don't want to talk to you for the rest of my life. And you don't know if the next moment they will drop down and never live. She says, Kanha, Hare Kanha, kaha gayo na? And nobody's answering. And her heart starts to dip. Her heart starts to now feel heartbroken. Maybe I was too harsh. But then again, no, I had to stand up for what was right. Do you know the story of the two birds? I know it's very common for many people. The two birds that were flying in the sky, and they were all in love together, and they were flying together, and they landed on a branch, and they were playing with one another, and they were taking their beak, and they were nudging one another, and they were having fun. When suddenly one of the birds simply tipped over from the branch and started to fall to the earth. And while the bird is falling to the earth, suddenly he hits the ground. And his partner, flying down as fast as he can, he reaches his partner and he takes his beak and he nudges him to say, wake up, woot. But his partner doesn't shake and he doesn't move. Only to realize that the last moment has come. Life and death can happen just like this. आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे दूध किया रे पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे. Do you know when you lose your mother? How many people lose their mother? How did you feel? Nothing nice, right? How many people lose your father? How is it? Not a nice experience. How will you feel to lose your husband? How will you feel to go to sleep tonight and you wake up and your husband can't move? What will you do? Wake up to life. How will you feel as a husband to wake up and now you're waiting for your roti? And wife can't move. You're waiting for your food. Nobody's moving. How will you feel today? The world is different. You go to sleep and you wake up and your children, they are not alive. How will you feel? Long ago, the parents will die gradually, little by little. Nowadays, I've seen as a pundit, parents are doing funeral rites for their children because the children are not even living that long. The world is different. Appreciate the people in your life. She calls out to the Lord. She says, Prabhu, I can't bear this pain of separation. Please come back to me. आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे, दूध किया रे पंछी बिछुरे जा रहे, बहुत दिनों की साथिया जुदा होंगे, When you fight with the people in your life and you tell them you hate them and you don't love them and you don't want to see them again, if God makes that wish come true, you will never see them again. Use your words well when you speak to the people in your life. How they say is not what you say, but learn how you speak to people. Learn how you talk to the people in your life. Learn how to cherish them. Yes, you will get angry. Yes, you will say bad things, but don't allow that to last for long. Don't go to sleep at night unrest with many bad things in your mind because you've argued or maybe there are too much negative thoughts in your mind. Calm down before you sleep because you don't know even if you will get up. Such is life. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagwan Shri Krishna went into the forest and he went to the spot where the Ras Leela dance always took place. Whenever the moon was full and nice, the Lord will gather all the gopis and he will go to a spot and he will stand in the center and all the girls of the village, the gopis of the village, will dance with the Lord. When I went to India and I went to that spot, till this day, that land is parched and dry in which nothing should grow. But in the span of where all the gopis will dance for the Lord, there's a spot at the center, right at the middle. And at the very middle, it is said, from all the people of the village, that spot becomes a place where nothing grows because Bhagwan Shri Krishna used to stand there. But right or wrong, if you get an aerial view from on top, you will see in an orderly manner there are trees that lie there. There are trees that are around, hundreds of trees on a field. And the people of the village will tell you, each tree is a representation of a gopi where they stood to dance. If you look at the ground, water doesn't go there. There's no grass and no bush and nothing dry. But the trees are standing there and they are green and nice. Where they get water from, I don't know. But they say that each tree represents a gopi that dances with the Lord. And if you go to the bark of the tree and you take something and you just chip a piece of it, it's nice and green, full of life. But yet no water flows there. Till this day, that is what happens. Bhagwan Shri Krishna stands in the center of that spot where he always goes, and he stands there. And while he's standing there, Radharani searches for the Lord until gradually, it said gradually, she finds him. When she finds him, her heart becomes contented because she has found something that she has lost. So she runs up to the Lord and she says, Prabhu, please, do you know what you mean to me? Do you know what you represent to me, Prabhu? And the Lord says, I don't know, tell me. Prabhu, I can't live without you. Is there anybody here who could say that there's somebody that you can't live without? Jaina, right? Well then, Mandus. How you say? We can't live with them and we can't live without them. Yeah. Radharani says, Prabhu, Kanha, don't ever leave me like that till again. Prabhu, how could you just walk out and go, in the midst of my anger, I am angry, but you can't just disappear on me? Who will I vent on? Who will I take my anger out on? Prabhu, don't you know that you represent that personality in my life? I live for you, Lord. Duryodhana ko meva dhyago, Duryodhana ko meva dhyago, saga vidur gar pai. Bolo, bolo. No. Jai Narayana Bhagwan. Otherwise, Panko Sabse Uchi. Sabse means everything, everybody, everything. Uchi means the ounce of love that we will get from ourselves. Prem Sagai. When we sing that song, we are saying, Prabhu, I'm singing everything from here with all the voice, the energy that I have. Everything. So when you say, what is that? That like you squeeze a little rat and you're going, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Sabse Oche. That is what you call Prem. Sabse Oche, Sabse Oche, Prem Sagai, Sabse Oche. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Kanha, I cannot live without you. You're like my husband. You're like the person who will never change in my life. I will tell you. And you know, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, he just wanted to be by himself because he knew the situation would become an uneasy one. So he says, Devi, you know, everything is okay. I will just blow my basuri. But she knows that she has hurt the Lord by giving him the anger. And he didn't do anything purposely. So she says, Lord, don't you know that you are my best friend? And I'll tell you, according to scripture, it is said to our husband, your wife is supposed to be your best friend. Is that true? All them husband. Is your wife your best friend? Yeah? Uncle Bill, Jai Bhagwan. I'll give Uncle Bill a round of applause. To those who don't know, myself, members of my group, in our last Yajna in Kanji, we stayed by Uncle Bill and his wonderful Dulehin. Mom, put up your hand there. Let them see you a little bit. And while we were there, how much years did you say you all are married? 45? 45. And if you see them, hold hand, come love. Yeah, that only for young boy and young girl. If you feel the love between the both of them, did you fix it? It's okay. It's alright. And you could sense the love, togetherness there. It is said to our wife, your husband is supposed to be your best friend. To our husband, your wife is supposed to be your best friend. You know what is the problem with today's world? That two people become married and they fall in love with one another, and their partner becomes their best friend for 1 year. After 1 year, that love starts to fall along a little bit. And then gradually now, that love of best friend, it starts to go away. And the minute it starts to go away and you don't do anything to make sure that the energy of that marriage is comfortable, then somebody goes outside because they want a best friend. Some party goes outside and problem starts right there. At the very beginning, keep the marriage instilled and pulled together. Like Ramkshetra Manas, Ramayana said, when Bhagwan Shri Ram and Sita Mata stood before one another, it is said when two people become married, after marriage, for a man, every other woman, according to age, should represent a mother, a sister, or a daughter. And for a woman, after marriage, every other man that you see should be either a father figure, a brother, or a son. And that keeps it knitted there. When we lose focus as to who we are, then everything crumbles. Radha Rani says, I cannot do anything in this world without you, Lord. You're like the husband that I wish to have. I live my life for you. I do everything for you. In turn, when the husband is respected, the wife is respected. When the husband is disrespected, the wife is disrespected. The home is disrespected. When they work together, they will prosper together. If one is looking at the other with a different IQ, they will fall. But they must work together to make it possible. Scripture tells us today that while Radharani turns to Bhagwan Shri Krishna on the other side of the forest, Sushila, she was trapped and she ran into the depths of the forest. And by herself, she sits down and she said to herself, but I didn't do anything wrong. Why is the world like this to me? Sometimes we ask ourselves, why is the world like this to me? I didn't do anything wrong. We didn't do anything purposely. Why are people laughing at me? Why are people putting me down? Sometimes you do good and the good you do is never enough for certain people. Not so? Sometimes you give your life for people and that's still not good enough. Today she says, I just wanted to love the Lord with prem, with godly love. And look at me. So she sat there and she says, Prabhu, please take me out of this world. I do not wish to be here if I cannot live comfortable. This is how she sang. Jai Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya vrindavan, Shri Govinda, Gopinath, Madana Moha, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya vrindavan. And then she said, you know what? If I cannot be in Vrindavan with my Lord, then I want to leave here and I want to create Vrindavan wherever I go. Listen beautifully. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya vrindavan. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya vrindavan. Shri Govinda, Gopinath, Madana Moha. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya vrindavan. Sushila sat down and she started to pray, Kanha, please take me out of this world. I can't be here. Lord, in whatever form you're in, take me out of this world. And at that point, it is said in the skies, Lord Brahmadev is looking down at the situation. Bhagwan Vishnu, Lord Shiva, they're looking down. And Lord Vishnu finds it fit. In the world, you wanted to sit next to me. But today, I will take you out of the world. And you can merge and become one with my Devi, Goddess Lakshmi Mata. It is said they allowed the energy of Sushila to leave her body and to go to the heavens in Vaikuntha. And her soul, it merged with Sri Goddess Lakshmi Mata. And when it united with her body and her strength, at that point, she became one with Sri Goddess Lakshmi, who in turn took the incarnation to be Radha Rani. And she felt completeness at that point because she was satisfied to be a devotee, a bhakta, and the divine love of the Lord, but within the body of Goddess Lakshmi Mata. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokul Tarune Mandala Maite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokul Tarune Mandala Maite. Amudara Rate Varadhana Navese Hari Niskutta Vrinda Vipinese. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite Gokul Tarune Mandala Maite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaite Gokul Tarune. Hare Krishna Hare Bolo Krishna Krishna Hare क्या बात Hare Rama 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Bhakti Bihari Radha ki Jai. It is said the soul of Sushila left her body and it merged and become one with Goddess Lakshmi Mata. Now Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of what? Money. Money, wealth. So listen what is about to happen now. Put aside Bhagwan Shri Krishna and Radha Rani. We focus now on Sushila. She merged and become one with Goddess Lakshmi Mata. But when she merged and become one with Goddess Lakshmi, it is said years will pass. And now Goddess Lakshmi Mata by herself, she sits massaging the feet of her Lord. And while she's there, it is said suddenly on the earth now, many great beings, many great souls, many Brahmanas, many Maharishis, they're doing prayer, they're doing yajna. It is said the gods of the skies, they're doing their devotion. And while the devatas, they're doing their devotion and they're doing their Havan Puja, for some reason they're being blocked and nothing is receiving or being received in the higher regions. So at that point, the devatas put their hands together and they prayed to Lord Brahma. And they said, Brahmadev, we are praying to you as the devatas of the skies to allow our yajna to become successful because for some reason it is not being successful. And at that point, Brahmadev hears the prayer of these devatas and he goes towards Bhagwan Shri Vishnu and he says, Lord Vishnu, we have a problem. You see, the devatas are praying and they're not getting the fruits of their actions and the blessings of their yajna. So we must do something about it. And at that point, Bhagwan Shri Krishna goes up. Lord Vishnu, he goes up now to Mother Lakshmi and he says, Devi, I want to get a part of yourself. Devi, I want to get an amsha. An amsha means a little part of your spiritual energy. Take a little piece of your spiritual energy and give it to me because I want to worship that energy and create a being with it. And Devi Lakshmi closed her eyes, and while closing her eyes, she starts to fix her mind, to focus on a part of herself. जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी मैया, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी। सब आए शरण तिहारी मैया, आए शरण तिहारी मैया, दे दर्शन महारानी, दे दर्शन महारानी। जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी मैया, जय लक्ष्मी, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी, जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी। Goddess Lakshmi took out a part of her energy fused together. But that part of the energy was the same energy that came together when Sushila entered her body. So in other words, she allowed Sushila, who was filled in entire being, to come back now renewed into the world. And as a Devi, she allows this light of energy to go back to Bhagwan Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu sees this energy and he says, you know what? I will now worship this energy because I want to send it to the devatas. So he worships the energy. So Lord Vishnu was the first to worship this energy. And then Brahmadev came. And he says, Prabhu Vishnu, the people of the earth and the people of the skies and the devatas, they are praying, but they're not getting the benefits of what they're doing. Many people are doing Devata Yajna and they're not receiving the fruits of their actions. So Bhagwan Vishnu says, with Lord Brahma, let's give this beautiful energy a name. We will give her a name and she will represent a Devi. She will represent Adi Shakti. She will represent the supreme form of the universal mother. And she will come to the earth. But when she comes to the earth, she will come to the earth for a purpose. And her purpose will be to bless the world as long as she is respected and she is worshipped properly. What form did she come as? I'll tell you. Anybody want to guess? When part of the Amsha, the energy of Goddess Lakshmi, took incarnation and was worshipped first by Lord Vishnu and then secondly by Lord Brahma and was about to be brought to the skies for the Devata Yajna, for the Devata of every Yajna, to feel blessed. What was that energy called? La 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 la. Everybody. Om Jayanti Mangala Kale Durga Kama. One more time. Om Jayanti Mangala Kale Durga Kama Shivaratri. So if I sing this song, you'll clap and you'll sing with me. If you're not clapping, I've got the song halfway. Y'all ready? Aaj Shakti Durga Devi Mata ki. La 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 la. Achanya begala ma ore ware kare re. Achale begala ma ore ware kare re. La 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 la. Achale begala ma ore ware kare re. Achale begala ma ore ware kare re. Manjatani amma manjatani manjatani pushpampalo amma sambrani ma sambrani mala penavonge ma jaya jaya kalama atana यम गाते रे मीनाक्षी और भद्रकाली भद्रकाली ओ सम भयंकरम जय जय परमेश्वरी आदन बेगलमा गोरे वाली गाते यम ओम धूम लगाए लगा Shakti Devi Mata. She decides to take a powerful form, and she was then given the name Dakshina Devi. She was called Dakshina Maya. It is said while the yajnas will take place, the Deva in charge of all the yajnas, he didn't feel satisfied enough. So Lord Brahma and Lord Vishnu, they brought Dakshina Devi to him, and they said to him, now, maybe if both of you can work together in a union, in a marriage, with the Deva of all yajnas and Dakshina Maya, if you become wed and you become married, then through Dakshina, a yajna will be successful. In the world that we live in today, money has to pay for everything, that's all. Without money you can't do nothing. Without money you can't buy anything. We say that money is the root of all evil. We say money can contradict and it can corrupt people's minds. But at the same time, if you don't have money, you can't do anything. Her name is Dakshina Maya, and she becomes wed now to the Devas of all the yajnas. And 12 years after, she's about to give birth to a son, and his name will be Karma Phal, where through the medium of your karma and yajna and through Dakshina, you can achieve the greatest blessing in the world. So they will work together. Listen very carefully. भद्रकाली कपालने दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्रे स्वाहा स्वाहा नमोस्तुते ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः आज शक्ति दुर्गा देवी माता की जय। Do you all believe that money is the root of all evil? You all believe so? You could say what you want. Everybody need money. You could like it, you could not like it. Everybody need money to survive, not so? It is said part of the energy of goddess Lakshmi as wealth manifested in the world. And she was given a name, Dakshina Devi. It is said Dakshina Devi became wed. She became married to the Deva of all the yajnas. And when she became married, at that point the gods then proclaimed that at any point a sacrificial offering will be performed, then Dakshina Devi must be present. For example, when you have prayers, money must pass all over the place. You have to pay the person cooking. You have to pay the people. As a matter of fact, long time you never had to pay people to cook, you know. Nowadays, different. Nowadays, you call your own neighbor. I could point this side because the neighbor not there. I don't want to point at the other side. Nowadays, you call your own neighbor and you say, I have a press, come help me now. How much you paid? In our very home today, when our father or mother tells the child, listen, I want you to wash up all the dishes, I'm tired. You know, wash all the... How much? What I get in? You know about that, right? Money had to pass for everything. Money is deemed to be unclean because it goes from hand to hand. When you do puja, some people ask the question, but Panditji, when you do a jandi and when you do a puja, at that point, what do you do with the money that you offer, the coins that you put on the bedi? What are you supposed to do with it? That's dakshina devi. What do you do with the money? Some people say, wash it out and you use it back for the next prayers. No, you can't. You cannot use it back. It's like juta. It was offered already. It was given to a particular deity already. You can't take it and just wash it and give it back. It will be juta offering. When you offer coins to the bedi for the gods, you're supposed to take those coins and put it to the water because you offered it paying as dakshina. Bless me, Lord. Bless my life. I'm giving you what I have. This is what I call wealth. Accept the wealth that I can achieve and build, and I'm giving you coins. This goes into the water, going back to the earth, to touch the earth, to tell Mother Earth, Dharti Mata, I walk on you every day. What is a little coin? Thank you, Ma. But when you offer money notes and you offer money on the bedi, that's notes in itself, it's a blessing to take that and buy things and feed children after. It's a blessing to take the notes and give it in donation, maybe to a mandir or to an organization that needs it. That is a blessing. Dakshina Devi needs to move. Lakshmi Maya has to move from hand to hand. Money will never just stay in your hand. Some people say, well, it run out, but it is come, but it is run out too. Because money must keep moving. Lakshmi Mata says, I will not stay stagnant anywhere. I need to keep moving. And if you freely allow me to go, I will come back and keep going. But if you hold on to me, then one day when I leave, I will never come back. So you need to know how you treat her. Dakshina Devi as a form of wealth. Money, my friends, is used for many things. When you go to a yajna, at the end of the yajna, you pass the Aarti. Not so? And people take out their little money and they put it in the Aarti. Do you all know what the money is for? People have been asking these questions, so I want to enlighten you all. What is the money for when you put it in a little tari and so on when they pass around? Some people put, some just take the blessings, no problem. But when you put that there, it is said the guru who sits to give the lecture, the messages of the Holy Scripture, after narration, your input as giving, as we say, not paying the pandit, but as giving Dakshina Devi in turn, thank you for the knowledge that I've learned. We offer it around the light of Mother Lakshmi because that tari is passing. When the tari is passing and you want to put a little note, money, you're not supposed to do this. You ever see people take money and they do this around the light? No. Money is unclean. You can't wave that money unclean around the light of Mother Lakshmi. You can probably put it on the side. You could probably put it in a basket that they're probably holding. Or maybe in a little bag that they're holding. You put it there, but you bow to the light. You do not take the money and you pass it around like this. You bow to the light and you put the money one side because money is unclean. To those who own a business, to those who own a company, when you get money at the end of the day from your business, you're supposed to go to that money and put your hands together and pray to Mother Lakshmi and Aarti that money. Thank you, Maya. Jai Lakshmi Mata. Thank you for the money that I've earned. Or you touch it to your forehead and you say thank you. When you go to India, people not shame, you know. If you've ever been to India, as soon as they make their little money and they say, Bhaiji, you're closing up, you know, shop is closed. You walk in last minute and you say, I want to get something. No. I close already. Jai Lakshmi Mata, Maya Jai Lakshmi. Fast. You see them. And they bow 3 times and they put it in their pocket and they say, okay, I can't take any more because I've done bless this and its shop is closed now. Because Dakshina Devi is powerful. Money is used in everything in the world to become successful. And today, while Dakshina Devi stands there, Dakshina Devi is so different in the world today, in the age of Kali Yuga. I'll tell you how. Long ago, you could have go by your neighbor. And if they had some nice cashew, you could have said, yes, you have some nice cashew in the back of the house, I could get some. Now when you go by a neighbor and you say, you have some nice cashew, you know what they tell you? How much you want? Think different now. When people come to help for a yajna, they ask, how much you paying? How much to help you clean? How much to help you fix? And these are the things you're going to get the blessings. When, my friends, Dakshina Devi was worshipped that day, the Lord decided to tell the world that a time will come where people wouldn't help out of their own will anymore, but everything will be about money in society. But just remember, Dakshina Devi says that when everything in your life becomes about that, I will run from you. She doesn't like to be held down. When it comes to the spiritual path and the religious activities, it is said when one wants to receive the wealth of the universe, then one will worship Dakshina Devi and they will give in order to receive wealth. But also Dakshina doesn't only mean money. People will do yajna and they will give in dhan what? They will give a cow. They will offer a horse. They will offer elephants in the past. They will offer iron. They will offer gold. They will offer jewelry. They'll offer copper. Or they will offer dakshina as in money. When people do yajna, they can give anything. In turn, it is you giving a part of your wealth in the name of the Divine Lord. They say, thank you, Lord, for what I have accomplished. Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Lord Vishnu in the skies, he says to the Devi, he says, Devi, know your worth. You are money which represents something that is worth, but know your worth. Tonight to everybody, do you know what you are worth? Sometimes you speak to people and you say, but you good for nothing, boy. Do you know what you're worth? There was one fellow, one little child, who walked up to a guru one day and he says, Guruji, can you tell me how much I am worth in this world? And the guru says to him this. He took up a little stone, a little pebble from the yard, and he says, listen, I want you to take this pebble and I want you to go down to the market and I want you to just lift it. Don't talk, don't say anything. Lift this little pebble, this stone in the air. And if anybody think that they want that pebble, because there are many people, somebody might say, I want to put it in my plant pot. Somebody might want to put it in their yard. Somebody might say it might prop something in my house. You never know what people want it for. You lift it in the air. And if anybody wants it, you just do them this. What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Do what? $2? So the child went to the market and he just shouted, hey! And he put up the stone like this. And somebody passed by, oh, that's an interesting stone. I give you $2 for it. So that child said, wait. He ran back to the guru and he says, Guruji, I get him $2 for this stone and you pick it up from right there. I get him $2. Should I sell it? He says, no, wait. I'll send you somewhere else. I want you to go to the museum down the road. And I want you to go up to the desk, just knock. I want them to show them the stone. And when you show them the stone, if they ask how much, do them this. And when he knocked and he raised the stone in the air, the person from behind, they looked and he said, what do you have there? He says, okay, here's what. Probably some nice piece of stone that you have there. I give you 200 for it. I said, 200? The market was giving me $2. He ran back to the guru and he says, Guruji, I'm getting 200. I should sell it one time, right? No. Listen, there's an archaeology shop down the road. Go there, take that stone there. When he went there, he saw somebody at the desk. He approached him and he raised his stone in the air and he knocked. And when they looked, hey, what you have there? Let me see. And he gave it to them and they're looking. Turn it all sides. I give you 2,000. How much you want? 2,000. He went back to the guru. We get 2,000 for this stone now. But by the way, why am I selling this stone for 2,000? How come somebody tell me $2? How come somebody tell me 200? Can you just tell me what is my worth in the world? What is your worth, my friends? Your worth depends on where you go in the world. Think about this. Just like this young man. Your worth depends on where you go, who you associate yourself with. The people that you keep in contact with, they will know your importance. And if people belittle you, you don't need to be there. Some people will look at you and they will treat you like $2. Some people will look at you and treat you like $200. But according to the company you keep, some people can treat you like $2,000. Who's your company? Who are the people you associate yourself with? That is important. Today, Dakshina Maya, she says to the world that I will leave this spot and I will travel everywhere because I know my worth. And when she left and she traveled to all the yajnas, at that point in time, feeling happy, feeling contented, feeling blissful in herself, she decides to leave and she starts to travel now. And she says, let me go to my Lord. And she starts to travel to Vaikunt. And while she's traveling, she meets her Lord, Bhagavan Gopal. She says, I don't want anything in the world, you know. You know what I want? I want to just sit and stare at the Lord and get my worth out of devotion. Tonight, I'll tell you something. Maybe people who are seated here tonight, maybe physically you may not be a millionaire or a billionaire. Maybe you may have, maybe you may not have. But you see, being here tonight, you see what you received for the last 3 nights who came? It's called Atma Gyan. You are worth more than anything because of this. Because you will die and you will leave everything here. But you see what you have here? You will come back to continue and even step it up more. Have you ever seen a child that is now born? And when the child is born at the age of 2, he pick up a little dholak and he starts to beat like this and he said, but wait a minute, he's so small and look how we knock it. Why did he come tonight? And you say, but he's so small, how we know that? Because you will continue knowledge after every janam. Puranapi maranam, puranapi jananam. But wealth and money will come for a time and you will have to keep working and working to build. Tonight, Bhaiji Mahesh and his wonderful family, they've used their hard-earned resources for a beautiful yajna. That in itself is accomplishment. That in itself is a blessing. Because Bhagwan doesn't only bless you because of what you have, but he will bless you to have because you're doing good with what you have. That is important. Today, Bhaktas, when Dakshina Devi went to Bhagwan Shri Krishna, listen to this beautiful one. Daya pi gaye, daya pi gaye meri maa. Daya pi gaye tara ra 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 ra. Raat shaam sapne mein aaye, raat shaam sapne mein aaye. Daya pi gaye tara ra 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 ra. Raat shaam sapne mein aaye, raat shaam sapne mein aaye. जब शाम मेरे खिड़की खोली, खिड़की खोली, खिड़की खोली। ओ जब शाम मेरे खिड़की खोली, खिड़की खोली, खिड़की तर गया, खिड़की तर गया, रात शाम सपने में आए, रात शाम सपने में आए। जब शाम मेरी भैया पगड़ी, भैया पगड़ी, भैया पगड़ी। पकड़ी भैया पकड़ी, भैया तर गए, ओ ओ ओ भैया तर गए, रात शाम सपने में आए, रात शाम सपने में आए। जब शाम मेरे माँ कणकायो, माँ कणकायो, माँ कणकायो। जब शाम मेरे माँ कणकायो, माँ कणकायो। मत की पोरी, ओ ओ ओ मत की पोरी, तारा रा 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 रा। रात शाम सपने में आए, said Devi sat down next to Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Bhagwan Vishnu. She became lost in his energy. And when she stood there, she says, when the world wants to give back, I will go down, I will give back to the world. Devi sat there and she now melted in the energy of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Now on a second note now, it is said while we end that part of the message, tonight is the final night. You all remember what we spoke about last night? We were about to give what? Shri Guru Charana Nijamana Mukura Sudha Varana. A little louder, a little louder. Jodaya Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumira. Kya baat, kya baat. Harahu Kalesh Vikar Siyapati Ramachandra Jai Jai Hanuman Gosai कृपा करो. एक बार और बोलिए जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो महाराज कृपा करो महाराज कृपा करो महाराज. Shukajananda Swami ki jai. Last night I ended by saying that the Sri Hanuman Chalisa, it has secrets in it. It has powerful energy in it. There are certain verses of the Sri Hanuman Chalisa, if you can do jap with it, chant it 108 times, miracles can happen in your life. What are we talking about? If you're a person who wants strength, physical strength, mental strength, emotional strength, psychological strength, you want an inner strength, you want to simply be strong. Like I mentioned, wrestlers around the world, they will worship Lord Hanuman through certain mantras. And in turn, automatically they will start developing their body. Their physical strength will grow. In Sri Hanuman Chalisa, according to the second doha, the second part, it says, Bala Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi Haraho Kalesha Vikar. If you can take that line and chant it in Japa, Bal Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi Haraho Kalesha Vikar, Bal Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi, and you could do it 108 times every day for 21 days, Mahavir Swami hears your prayer and he starts to give you confidence and strength in yourself. Secondly, to those who are trying to accomplish a certain task in your life and you find it's taking forever to take place. You're trying to do something and no matter what you try to do, you feel as though you're blocked and things are not working your way. Durga makaja jagat ke jete sugama anugraha tumare tete. You chant that 108 times. Durga makaja jagat ke jete sugama anugraha tumare tete. Durga makaja jagat ke jete. You make a song with it if you want. But you chant that 108 times and you will overcome all obstacles in your path. To those who think in your life that you are fearful, you are scared, maybe thief, maybe bandits, maybe spiritual energy, maybe people are doing black magic, maybe things are happening in your life and you're not happy and you think that you are being disturbed by negative energy. It is said, chant for the Divine Lord. And when you chant, Sab sukha lahai tumhari sharana, tum rakshak kahu ko dharana. For the rakshasic energy outside there, you chant it again and again. To those who believe your home may be filled with some form of evil spirit or evil energy. Maybe somebody's energy is contaminated. You ever hear somebody say zombie hold somebody? Or somebody have a bad spirit or something? Yeah. Everybody knows that one. Bhoota Pisach. Are you real know this one, good boy? Like you always run zombie or what? Bhoota Pisach ani kata nahi aave. Mahavir jab nama sunave. It is said to those who undergo sickness and illness in your body, and no matter how much you go to doctor and you're trying to heal yourself, sickness, it's not leaving your body. You find that even when you get better after some time, it's coming again and again. Nasay roga hare sabapira. Japat nirantara Hanumata vira. Again and again. I'll tell you, long ago, the older people never tell us these things. But these are the lines that they will use and chant it again and again. And you want to know, hey, what is this big mantra they're chanting? Tonight you gain all the secrets, you see? How lucky you are to be here. When you chant this verse, in turn, Nasay roga hare sabapira, illness and sickness from the body disappears. If you're having trouble in your mind, it says in thoughts, in word, and in deed to function as a person. If you're confused all the time and you don't know how to unravel things, to focus and to be focused on certain things in life, then Scripture says today, then chant. Sankatate Hanuman churave man kram vachan. Man kram vachan, mind, thoughts, deeds. Man kram vachana jnana jolave. To the person who feels as though he's trying to achieve the highest of ambition in the world, and no matter how much you try, you don't have the ambition, that driving force, that energy to do something. I want to build this mandir. But you know what? I don't know. I want to, I just don't know. When the time right, you don't have that driving force to will you to do something. You think you can never get it done? In turn, aura manorat jo koi lave, soi amit jeevana palapave. It says now, to those who want to rid your life of bad people, if you have bad friends, bad company, people always coming and taking from you and they're not helping you to stand together. People are always pulling you down. To those who want to be protected by the saints and the sages and good people and good devotees and want to become a favorite of the Divine Lord, Bhagwan Shri Ram. Sadhu sant ke tumara kavare asurani kandana Rama dulari. Chant it again and again. It says to those who want to cure illness, especially in the older days of your life, and there's no cure for it. Rama rasayana tumare pasa sada raho raghupati ke dasa. Chant it again and again. To those who never want to come back in this world, and you want to rid yourself of life and death, births and death, again and again. Tumane bhajana Rama ko pave janam 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 janam. Again and again. Janam janam ke dukha bisarave. And then now finally, friends, to those who are tormented in this world, to those who are harassed by ancestral problems, to those who need the blessings of Bhagwan Pavanaputra to stand and give you his bliss. If you want to visualize and to have the bliss one day to see Mahaviri Swami in the world that we live in, that can happen through a dream, through a sign, or through some physical energy. Sankata kate mi te sapapira, jo sumire Hanuman balabira. So to those who wrote it down, those are powerful verses. To those who want to jari and so on, those are powerful verses. To those who want to heal yourself, powerful verses. At the same time, while you will learn the verses, to those who didn't write it down or get it, it will be played back on Facebook and YouTube along the days of the week. So at that point, you can also recollect them and you can have them. So with these beautiful verses of the wonderful scripture of the Sri Hanuman Charitramanas, this is where we end our wonderful message tonight. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Umapati Mahadeva ki, Pavana Sutta Hanuman ki, Jai. Tonight, my friends, as we conclude this beautiful night of devotion and yajna, I want to take this wonderful opportunity to dedicate this one to our wonderful dad, Bhaiji Mahesh, mom, and to the entire family who took upon themselves this beautiful opportunity to sacrifice their time, their efforts, their energy, their wealth, their love, everything, so that we could be here and we can enjoy at the same time. And I also said, Mom, I want to dedicate a nice song for you. So if you want to dance, you could dance too, right? So nowadays when people hear this song, we get confused. We think, you know what, this is a song for chutney and party and so on. But this is a bhajan. Listen carefully. जो प्रहलाद विभीषण पांडव हनुमान बहुबाते जो प्रहलाद विभीषण पांडव हनुमान बहुबाते गिरजतायु संपत तर गई शब्द को जाती How to go? Nah, man, let me can joke. हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लोभी क्या मया मैं रखा हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लोभी क्या मया मैं रखा क्या मया मैं रखा क्या मया मैं रखा हो जा राम नाम का पक्का लोभी क्या मया मैं चरण में जो कोई आवत सकल पाप कट जाए ओ राम चरण में जो कोई आवत सकल पाप कट जाए जो चरण से सुर सर निकली शंकर जटा सुनाए ओ जा राम नाम का पक्का लोभी क्या मया मैं दुनिया दौलत माल खजाना बनिया बैल बजाई दुनिया दौलत माल खजाना बनिया बैल बजाई हो जाए आया सजाए नबिया ही रह जाए हो जा राम नाम का क्या मया मैं रखा राम नाम का पक्का लोभी क्या मया मैं Everybody बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की So this time now, we'd like to take this opportunity where for this week in this home, we've celebrated the wonderful birthday of Geeta and Diana. And also to those who didn't know, Bhaiji Adesh, our keyboardist, he also celebrated his birthday just 3 days ago. So we'd like to dedicate this wonderful song or join this beautiful birthday song. I want everybody to sing along as we simply sing happy birthday for Adeshji, to Geeta, and also to Diana. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Listen to the devatas singing in the sky. Listen to the ocean waves dancing with joy. Listen to the birds singing in the trees. All of them singing happy birthday. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Let us give them a round of applause. Happy birthday to Adishdi, also to Geeta and to Diana. At this time, before we go into the Aarti, and I know also after the Aarti we have Uncle Bill who will give us a beautiful bhajan. We have also devotees of the ISKCON movement who will also give us beautiful renditions after the Aarti. But at this time, let me take this opportunity to invite you all. Hear me sing for all the night so far. Yeah, realize Bhaiji Mahesh could sing too. So Mahesh ji Bhaiya, let me invite you on this side to give us a beautiful bhajan, and then we will go into the Aarti. Why our wonderful Bhaiji Mahesh ji will prepare himself on this side for the bhajan. Let me also take this wonderful opportunity, as tonight is the final night, on behalf of Mahesh Bhaiya, his wonderful Dulahin, his wonderful family, the entire Govindsammy family. Let me take this opportunity to specially thank each and everyone who would have come for the last 2 nights and even tonight to be here at their wonderful home, creating the ambience and the energy that is heavenly. In turn, to receive blessings of the devotees. To all those who took part in preparing for the entire yajna in itself, we want to especially thank you all in whatever way, big or small, that you would have contributed to allow the yajna to be a successful one. On behalf of this entire parivar, we'd like to say a special thank you. Also, I would like to especially thank this family for having us here. And at the same time, only today, myself and my group realized, I asked on the first day, I asked on the second, and today I saw it for myself. I said, but who does make them nice mala? And I saw this family coming together. You all like my mala? You find it look good? I'll give them a round of applause. Special thanks, because that in itself is ambition and being creative. Also, I know you took part on the first night as well, being part of the yajna or preparing the malas. You wanted to stand? She help you? Stand up, let us see a little bit. Yeah, let us see you, so they give a round of applause. Alright, so she's right by the cameraman there with wearing white. So everybody give a round of applause for the nice mala. Now I know everybody traveled from far and near to be here. I know there are devotees of the Soslaik area who are here as well. I know wonderful mom Sherry Maya. I know you brought down the whole side with you. But you know something also? On the first day, Bhaiji Mahesh said, he said, Panditji, there's a lady who come looking for you. And I said, but me do nothing wrong. He said, a lady come and she looking for you. I said, where she come from? She came all the way from Essequibo. And that is because I sent her one invite on her phone on WhatsApp. And when I sent her the invite, she said, you know what, Pandit invite me, I have to be there. Tonight our mom is still here. I didn't ask you where she's staying. I didn't ask anything, but she left all the way to Essequibo and she says, you invite me for 3 nights, I will find myself right here for the yajna. Mom, let us see you now. Stand up now, let us see you a little bit. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Mom. So this time now, let me invite you, Bhaiji, to give us that beautiful one.
छीन लिया मेरा बोला समन, छीन लिया मेरा छोटा समन, राधा रमन प्यारे, राधा रमन। छीन लिया मेरा बोला समन, छीन लिया मेरा छोटा समन, राधा रमन प्यारे, राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे, राधा रमन। छीन लिया मेरा बोला समन, छीन लिया मेरा छोटा समन, सखियों का मोहन और माँ का कन्हैया, भक्तों का जीवन और निर्धन का धन, भक्तों का जीवन और निर्धन का धन। राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन। छीन लिया मेरा भोला समन, छीन लिया मेरा छोटा समन। राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन। यमुना की जल वही शाम से कर ले, लहरों से उतरे और करती खिलौने। यमुना की जल वही शाम से कर ले, लहरों से उतरे और करती खिलौने। पिछड़ल कभी और कभी मिलन, पिछड़ल कभी और कभी मिलन। राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन। छीन लिया मेरा भोला समन, छीन लिया मेरा छोटा समन। राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन। जाकर की देखो वो मंदिर के अंदर, गत गत ये अंदर वही शाम है सुंदर। जाकर की देखो वो मंदिर के अंदर, गत गत ये अंदर वही शाम है सुंदर। कुंडल के हमारे सिर की चरण, कुंडल के हमारे सिर की चरण। राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन। छीन लिया मेरा भोला समन, छीन लिया मेरा छोटा समन। राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन, राधा रमन प्यारे राधा रमन।
All right, sit around. Few nights ago, I was on a hike, and I heard.
One. Song Kabir, just after the Aarti, we will do the bhajan. At this time, let us all stand so that we can close off the puja aspect, and then we will go into the bhajan by a wonderful dad. And then we will also invite the ISKCON movement to give us their rendition. आरती कुंज विहारी के श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी के। आरती कुंज विहारी के गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी के। आरती कुंज विहारी के गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी के। की गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी आरती कुंज विहारी की गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी गले में वैजंती माला माला बजावे मुरली मधुर बाला बाला कमल में कुंडल जल काला काला नंद के अनंत आनंद कंद मोहन ब्रज चंद्र राधिका रमन बिहारी गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी आरती कुंज विहारी गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी गगन सम अंग कांति काली काली राधिका चमक रही आली आली रतन में दर्द बन माली माली ब्रह्म से अलग चोरी तिलक चंद से झलक ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारे गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी आरती कुंज विहारी गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी जय राधा रमण हरि बोल 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 ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव स्वामिनाथ सच्चिदानंद जय गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद स्वामीनाथ सच्चिदानंद जय गुरुनाथ सच्चिदानंद राधे 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 गोपाल राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोपाल राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोपाल राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोपाल राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोपाल राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोपाल राधे 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 स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा शक्ति दुर्गा देवी माता की जय सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय 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 सीताराम Ask Lydia, let us all take our seats. As we take our seats, as we have now formally concluded the beautiful 3 nights of wonderful yajna, while Panditji concludes on his part, let me invite now Uncle Bill to give us that beautiful rendition, and then we will invite the members of the ISKCON movement to give us also a beautiful one to the Divine Lord. To all the devotees who came from far and near to join with us, I want to especially thank each and everyone on behalf of myself and the members of the Celestial Gandharvas, to all those who have come to enjoy our messages, our beautiful bhajans and our kirtan, and the beautiful energy that we put out. Thank you so much for being here. To the devotees who are asking when next, in about 2 weeks we will be in Herstalling. The flyer will be placed on my Facebook page, so all devotees, you can look forward to be there. To all those who wish to come in Herstalling, we will be there in about 2 weeks. So this time, Bhaiji, Uncle Bill, let me invite you now.
Thank you. All right, as I was saying a few nights ago, hiker, and I heard Pandit sang a very beautiful bhajan, and I said, you know what, I must have to try this bhajan. Patti Patti Mera. पत्ते पत्ते में राधा और फूल फूल में श्याम, वही है ब्रज के भूमि, वही है गोकुल धाम। पत्ते पत्ते में राधा